Let me say that again. You need a purpose for everything you do. Literally what Marcus Aurelius said in this book. Said, do external things distract you? Then make time for yourself to learn something worthwhile. Stop letting yourself be pulled in all directions. But make sure you guard against the other kind of confusion. Right? People who labor all their lives but have no purpose to direct every thought and all pull towards are wasting their time, even when hard at work. So what does that mean? Let's take my morning routine, for example. We can start small on the micro level and we can go to a macro level. Let's start with the micro level. I wake up at 6 a.m. So why do I want to wake up at 6 a.m.? I want to wake up at 6 a.m. because, first of all, I got my 7 hours of sleep. And second of all, because I want to start my morning routine. Okay. And then next, what do? I go outside, I run for 15-30 minutes. Why am I doing that? Because I want to have better. I want to feel more energized in the morning. And wake up very much when you get your muscles moving. And then I go home. And then why do I take a shower after that? Clean my body clean. Present myself in a professional manner to others. And then why do I eat breakfast? I know a lot of people don't eat breakfast, partly maybe because they don't feel like it, or it's a strategy like intermittent fasting. So why do I eat breakfast? I eat breakfast because it's food that I can eat. It makes sure it satisfies my stomach, make sure it's not hungry. And so that's my morning routine. So why do I have a morning routine? I have a morning routine because it's something I can do every day, and it works towards long-lasting health, and it's more consistency. It gives me the confidence that I could do one thing every single day at the exact same time every day. And why do I want to do that? Why do I want long-lasting health? Why do I want to do the same thing every single day? Well, because over time, consistent efforts, you live longer. And like you said, you only have one life. You have to live it to the best of your ability. And to live to the best of your ability, number one thing is health. If you don't have good health, you can't do anything else, no matter how smart, no matter how strong you are. When you're sick, the only thing you're thinking about is, how can I survive? How am I feeling healthy at my top performance? It's time I'm spending now, so I don't have to spend time in the hospital. And money I'm spending now on shower, on food, in order to not spend money on medications or potential surgical procedures. And this goes for all of the things I eat and do at the same time. Everything I buy has monetary value and also personal value. Even things you consider having a little bit of fun, right? It's just, at least it's a lasting memory, and that's something I can look back on. Something. It's a value. It takes value for me. And what is it gonna do for my future goals? The value is that it's something I can reflect on and say, oh, that was the moment. That was the moment in which things changed. So even though there's some things like I played games for too long, I know that. What did it gain? It gave me the realization that I should stop. So everything, even the bad things that I did, it had a purpose, right? Let's say for example, I try to go out of country. A lot of people travel. They travel out of the country. They want to explore, right? Well, yeah, they want to explore in other countries, but it gives a new perspective as well. So a lot of people want to travel gets a new perspective on things. Sometimes you think about what you want to do and you see what other people are doing outside. It gives you that you need a purpose for everything. If you're doing without any purpose, if you're doing things just to do them, then you're losing on why, on what you're losing time. You're losing time, and time you can't take back. You can't take back time. I mean, you only have one life to live, and the only thing you own right now is the present. You don't like the future. You don't own the future, and you probably don't own your past too, because the past is already gone. It's already over. Nature already owned it already. So the only thing you can do is what action can you take right now in order to influence things in the future? Now, whether free will, believe free will, that's up to you. But there are some things that you can control and train yourself. Conditioned response, stimulus response. And he also talks about Marcus Aurelius. Remember how long you've been putting this off? How many extensions God gave you and you didn't use them? There is a limit to the time assigned you, and if you don't use it to free yourself, it will be gone and never return. So you make every second worth it. I remember actually just like last year or something, like I got to a point where I was playing games all day, just mindlessly. And okay, we can go back to the purpose thing. Why did I play games? Well, it was one, to have fun, but now that I realized it, it was an escape. It was an excuse to not interact with people. It was an excuse to not have to have social interaction. It was an excuse to not exercise, just be lazy. And I think when I was younger, it was to hold a social stigma of myself, especially with the fact that I thought that being smart would give you automatic respect. It wasn't like that. So I try to carve myself in a different manner. I try to turn myself into being the person who was very, very passionate about gaming and professional gaming. And even though I ended up becoming professional in the game. I never got the respect that I wanted during high school, obviously. And so I needed to go in a different direction, and university allowed me to do that. So looking back on my time right now, like playing games, wasting my time, yeah, I do regret it a little bit. I wish I could have brought my time back and worked towards my goals, right? I wish I could have used my time somewhere else. But you don't own your past right now. I mean, that's gone and done. You can use your past to make decisions in the present that will influence the future. That's ultimately what it is. It's a relationship. It's the transfer of ownership. It goes from nature, you in the present, and then nature owns it again. Because nature always changes. And it's not just your past, it's everybody else's past. That's how nature changes. Everybody else's past things that they've done is hidden in an archive. Archive you can only see through video or photo or audio or writing. That's the only thing you could look back on, just still images or snapshots of what happened in the past. But you can't own the past. The only thing you do is do things in the present. What I've done is that I stopped playing games now. Like, I took control of my time. I'm not letting a game company own my time. I'm not letting, at 5 o'clock p.m., I'm not letting them say, you better do your dailies, you better do your daily quests. Or, this upgrade is done, I gotta go in and start another upgrade. I'm not letting other people control my time anymore. What I'm in control of, how I use my time, when I can do things, you feel more sense of freedom, but you feel more sense of purpose as well. Because you can allocate those times to whatever you want to do. And I can tell you, unless you're working like a 9-to-5 job, you have a lot more time at university than you think. That's what I realized. And the first couple of years, I was wasting it because I was playing games all day. And I try to satisfy a social stigma with myself that I was one of the best. I tried to satisfy my teammates and the people in the community that I was one of the best. But what happens when I had conflicting with school? And I didn't even think about making a brand on it. And because the game was too small, I felt like it was too small for me to get a brand, to produce a brand based off of it, which is okay now. Looking back, you could make the case that it does. I'm not saying that gaming is inherently bad. If you can make a monetary gain out of it and build a brand based on gaming, I mean, you're building a career. So I don't fault you for anything like that. I mean, I think for 99% of people, even if you're a pro, you gotta look at what is the realistic expectations for that. So ultimately, like I tried to build something. I had like 700 subscribers, but then once you lose your passion, once you lose your fire for a game, you lose, like, you realize you lost a lot of time playing something that you're not working towards a career or anything like that. You feel a lot of regret. And that's what I did. That's what I felt. Actually, when you reflect, I reflected, I walked, it was while I was walking, and I realized I'm wasting all that time, and I calculated how much time I spent every day playing games or on a screen. And I realized I spent like 4 to 6 hours every day, even last year, playing games every day. And I didn't even realize that. And it wasn't getting anywhere. I wasn't getting a job. I wasn't getting an internship. I was doing good at school. But school, as you know, school is not the only, grades are not the only thing in university people want. You want to get experience in the field, research experience. For me, I'm going to the biology field, so research laboratory experience is also really welcome here. And so, yeah, do I regret playing games and just aimlessly? Because I didn't even have, because when I lost the fire because I didn't like the game, like I lost the purpose. Why I wanted to play the game. So, first of all, like I was only playing because the game forced me to every single day. At this time, you gotta do your daily quests. And I'm just tired of letting other people own my time. And I don't want to let a game company own my time anymore. Forget how much money I've spent on the game. I can't even. It's a little crazy, a little shocking how much I've spent. But the only thing I can do now is focus on the present. And right now, I'm quitting games. I'm trying to find something that I can work towards for like a lifelong thing I want to do, other than my career, obviously. I want to do like a lifelong project because I want to know like what exactly I want to do. This book obviously got me thinking as well. I actually got this during my first year at university, so I'm in my third year right now. I'm about to end my third year, and I'm reading this for the second time. So the first time was about 2 years ago, so I'm rereading it again. It gave me a new perspective. That's why you reread books. And I'll do another video on how I'm trying to reinvigorate critical thinking skills because of my previous addiction with gaming and how my attention span, I want to bring my attention span back. But that's another video. For now, I hope this helps you, anybody that's really stuck with a gaming addiction or any addiction. Just know that it's you don't, if you really want other companies to own your time, what you do every single day. And for me, the answer is no. I want to own my time. I want to work towards something better than just mindlessly playing games all day. That's it. Take care, guys.